Let me share my life experience with you, a Moabite. When my husband died, I found myself facing a very difficult decision. Alongside my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law, who had also lost her husband to illness. It felt like a whirlwind of events all happening at once. If you have ever gone through something similar, you might relate to this moment in my life. My mother-in-law was still devastated by the loss of her husband years before, and now she had lost her 2 sons. She had no male descendants, only me and the other Moabite daughter-in-law as her family. When she heard that the Lord had come to the aid of his people by providing food and abundance of grain, she decided to return to her homeland in Bethlehem of Judah. This was one of the most challenging phases of my life, and why not say the most frightening? Everything valuable to me had vanished, including the possibility of giving my husband a son to continue his family name. I believe it was difficult for my sister-in-law too, but her decision was very different from mine. The Moabite way of life spoke louder to her. One thing I knew was that the journey would be arduous and full of uncertainties. Amidst this time of sadness and pain, something inside me compelled me to follow my mother-in-law. Accepting the challenge and living with the kindness she had for me was not an option, but my duty. Despite the disheartening chances of surviving widowhood, hunger, and a dangerous journey from Moab to Bethlehem, I did not give up. Even though my mother-in-law told me I could stay in Moab and rebuild my life in my land and with my people, I decided to accompany her on her journey, with all the challenges it might bring. We were heading to a land that was completely unknown to me. Yet with all my faith, I told her, "Do not urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if even death separates you and me." Walking was truly an act of faith. It was what made us confidently head towards Bethlehem. I was leaving everything and everyone behind and going to a place where I knew no one. The feeling of loneliness was sometimes overwhelming as we journeyed almost 80 kilometers to Bethlehem. I often wondered how a Moabite would be accepted in such a different community from mine. There were moments when I felt completely isolated, questioning if I was making the right decision. But I never let my mother-in-law notice. In the midst of the darkness, I clung to the promise my mother-in-law had taught me, that God would never leave us nor forsake us. I remembered the words my father-in-law always recited to us during our family meals, breaking bread and sharing our meals together. In Deuteronomy 31:6, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." These words were my foundation. They brought deep comfort to my small heart. I trusted that God was by my side, even when I felt alone. He brought comfort and companionship on my journey, and my faith grew with each step I took. The presence of God was a constant source of comfort and companionship for us on our journey to Judah. It was this love that sustained us. And I knew that, even in the midst of loneliness and difficulties, He would never abandon us. This gave me an unconditional loyalty within me. Upon arriving in Bethlehem, we faced new challenges, but also found new hopes. God not only provided for our needs, but also gave me, a Moabite, the opportunity to be part of something greater than I could have imagined. I only experienced God's restoration because I insisted on staying by my mother-in-law's side, a person who, humanly speaking, could give me nothing more. My thoughts could not comprehend all the good things that were about to happen to us. We were truly blessed. But that is another story. God used my loneliness and pain to draw me closer to Him and reveal His plan for my life. Today, I can testify that even in the most difficult moments, God was present, guiding and sustaining me every step of the way. That is how God transformed my life. Believe that His plans for you are plans of peace and a happy future. God bless you.